Welcome to all our 1,000 little MS things, episode number 2, everyone.
Okay.
Hope some of you who watched it enjoyed last week's first episode. Just dusting off the cobwebs at this stage and getting used to everything, aren't we?
Yes, preparing ourselves.
We are. We were saying yesterday that it's been nice not to have to worry about stressful film stuff, isn't it?
And not travelling.
And not travelling.
Love not travelling.
I think travelling's the biggest one.
It was not fun, too much.
If you could take all the travelling out of it.
It'd be much easier.
Like if we shot everything here.
Be sweet.
No Brisbane trips, no Sydney trips, no overseas trips.
No.
And you just got out of it. It'd still be stressful.
Hardly at all. In comparison. Hardly at all. Travelling's exhausting.
The amount of times you're in a plane, no, it's been really good, hasn't it?
That sounds very princessy, but it's not fun.
No.
It was just hard work in the end. Again, that sounds very princessy, but it's a fact. It's exhausting.
But it's only up until the last couple of weeks we've been able to enjoy.
Yeah, it's nice. We're lucky.
Being here.
Grateful.
Very grateful. We're very grateful. Learning to be a lot more grateful.
You are?
I think we both are.
We are. We are.
Because you've got to smell the roses at some point.
You've got to stop smelling roses. You need to have time to smell the roses too.
I think Dad passing earlier this year, it's been a bit of a journey since then, and a crazy whirlwind since then.
Yes, it has.
And that's affected us, sort of in a way that I didn't get a chance to think about it at the start of the year.
You didn't get to grieve.
No.
You postponed the grieving.
Had to
work on
push the grieving through the film.
You had no time for the grieving.
The film coming out. So
you said, can't do it now. I just shelved it.
Either of us. I think this week, we want to chat a little bit more in depth about the 1,000 little things, some of those things.
Okay.
One of the first ones I want to talk about is the conversation jumping.
Not being able to do it.
Not being able to do well, and we get into sometimes we have a bit of a tiff.
Bit of a tiff.
So just to explain to people listening or maybe watching, it's when. So we'll be having a conversation, and I could be telling you about, or just to say for argument's sake, I was in town and I spoke to the doctor and he said da-da-da, and then I'll quickly change to, and then I got a phone call from Paul, a friend of mine, and then da-da-da-da, and your brain will still be, where will it still be? But
also you think you don't tend to push you don't pause and say, you don't have to though. You just, you assume the person's gone with you to the next chapter of your life, the chapter of your conversation, and I haven't quite got there yet. When you ask a question, I said, what? I don't know what you're saying. I get confused very easily.
So is this me being too quick in conversation jumping, or is it worth talking about this sort of cognitive, just trying to stay on track with conversation?
I get confused easily.
Yeah, so let's just call it confusion with conversations with me and anyone.
Anyone, yes, true. Yeah, I can't find it hard to follow stories that have been jumping around. It goes into more things in life, in like reading a book, for example. If I don't do it much now because I can't, but having a book with lots of characters in it, I find it hard to follow a story with lots of characters where they jump from time frames. Like some books in the old days you read, when I was better, I'd read books but they go from like the youth to the afternoon to the evening times, and they jump from daytime to nighttime, or go from daytime to 10 years time talk. And my brain can't, I don't know why, I just don't be able to, I can't make the leap fast, so lose track.
Okay, so when you're reading a book, if someone's talking about more than, say, one or two characters, that's where it's hard. Yeah,
and also if this is a bizarre thing, if characters in a book are very, it's like Tom, Mark, the easy name, that's easy. If there's a book that had lots of different characters that are hard to explain or hard to pronounce, and I can't kind of grasp onto that character's name and their persona, I can't follow the story with that person. I have to grab onto the name and the story to know what's going on with that person going forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get very so books that are really complicated, I can't read now.
Yeah, the last couple of years
but someone needs to read books all the time, lots and lots of books. So I have a lot of time. Now, couldn't do it now. I'd lose track of the story. If I put it down and I go away from the room and I go to the next day, I lost the story. It's gone in my head. I can't do it again. I think, Whereas before I could keep track of a story for weeks and months, and I can't now.
Because I remember 8.5 years ago when we got together, you had a couple of books in the house, you'd read one, then you'd read the next one. And then same for a couple of years, and you had 3, and you'd knock them all off. And the last 2 or 3 years I've seen you buy...
Fewer books.
You built up to sort of 3 or 4 books because you've gone out and bought them and you haven't read the other ones. And I haven't said anything. You've been reading less.
It's quite disheartening to know that a hobby that I loved for so many years, I can't really do now.
I know.
Which again, it's like a 21st century problem, but it's a phrase.
Oh no, it's a cognitive issue, darling.
Yeah, it is, and so I can't.
It's a cognitive issue because of the MS. So it's one of the. So reading.
Reading is a
you
issue
loved,
now. I love,
and everyone.
Enjoy. Most people enjoy it.
Take it for granted.
Yeah, they do. And being able to follow a complex story for months and weeks on end, and whatever it is, and I can't. Like even in a movie, same thing in movies. I can't follow stories in movies. So I can't. I lose track of a movie. I have to whisper in the cinema. I go, "Who's that? Who's that?" And I forget who the people are. I think, "Oh, didn't he die?" He said, "No, wrong story."
I can see by your body language when we're watching a show or a movie if you're struggling to keep up with the story, because I don't want to move the cameras around. You'll sit up and you'll turn your head.
Which means what?
Oh, you're just trying harder to listen because you're finding it harder to follow the story. I can tell when you're relaxed and you're in your seat and you're watching it like this. Now you sort of, when you're up like that.
Really?
And you start to furrow your brow.
I did a lot,
And then...
I'm confused. What's the thing before? But the thing is that you were saying with things, and I forgot what I was talking about.
See, there you go.
I forgot what I was going to say. It's gone.
Gone.
It's gone. Sorry,
just
it's gone.
Everyone listening, you probably know what we're talking about right
gone.
here.
It'll come back in. It'll make a little bird. It'll come back and drop here.
And then we'll come back to that.
Not yet. It's gone.
That's okay.
Oh, no, hearing. It came back. Hearing. My hearing from MS, I used to have really quite good hearing. And now I can't, if you go to anything like for example, in a bar or in a restaurant, where there's other noises, like you can hear like plates being cracked or people knives and forks, or
you'll start listening to that sound.
No, I don't want to. My hearing, I can't distinguish the conversation here and those noises, so I can't hear anything. I become like basically the story I've lost. I can't follow the story in and around the table because the noises over there take over the.
Okay, so you mean when you hear that noise somewhere in your peripheral, your brain will concentrate on that other sound in the room besides the person. Instead of the person talking to you.
Yeah. So if you're not the loudness, that's the word, loudness. I think I tend to go to that sound more than the current sound.
You say the din.
Sound.
What's the din?
The din. I use the word the din. It's the din. I get that's bad.
Well, why do you say the din?
My grandpop used to say he had hearing problems, and if you had too much noise around him, he'd go, "The din, it's the din, it's the din." And you get really cross. You get a very angry man. So he said the din, and so I've kind of used that phrase a bit too. The din. When there's a din, as in like noise around me, I don't concentrate very well or hear.
Yeah, I've noticed when we've been places that are really loud with music, we don't bother trying to talk. We don't last long.
I can't bear lots of noise around me. Like in a bar or like a band, like forget going to bands. I can't do that. I'm a bit off it.
When you've had a few drinks, it's okay.
But I can't hear it all then. That's okay. But I tune out from the sound. I just don't bother listening at all. Just move on and chat to you.
Now, one of the other things I want to talk about,
yes,
and we mentioned this the other day, is IT.
Oh.
Now,
nemesis.
We both know this is the worst time of the day to tackle any IT. For anyone? For you. Well, for anyone. But I think
it's no point.
And I think we're getting better at walking away from it. So
no point because it's frustration.
Well, and so let's start with the television, right?
Tell the IT, but it can't.
I know. Well, let's start with the TV. So, and when you have trouble with it, and you say no, I've got to. And how many years have we been doing that for now? I'm gonna get better. Yeah, but I know. But darling, I don't care.
You do, honey. It's annoying.
No, but it's best that you don't worry about it because what's the point?
I know. Because I feel like
it's you're actually trying to tell yourself, and I'm going to train myself to do this. It's not a big deal.
Well, yeah, I mean, TV doesn't really matter. In the scheme of things,
It doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter, but I feel like an idiot when you can't turn TV on.
I know, but you've been saying that for a long time. But I
can do now. I can turn it on now.
I know you can turn it on. It works a few times, but if you do, but don't. I think we're trying to not worry about it or go to a computer, and you sometimes you'll do one or two things. You'll turn it on, and you'll try and do some things, and it's not getting to where you want it to get because there are several steps.
I'm laughing. It sounds insane.
No, I know, but then it's and you won't ask me to help you.
I'm embarrassed. I'm so.
And half an hour's gone by, and I know that you haven't got to. Or 10 minutes has gone by. And you haven't got to where you're going.
And you'll go.
I go, do you want me to help you? And you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like crushed.
I know.
Crushed again. I feel so silly and so dumb and so. It's hard. It's hard. I think people understand this. That if you've been clever at one stage in your life and you've been a capable person, when you lose that skill and you become a dependent person who needs lots of help for everything, it's very demoralising and also very hard to bear. I always said to you before, it sounds very arrogant, but I'm just going to put it out there. If you're being clever, becoming stupid's hard.
But you're not stupid.
Well, I'm not stupid now, but it's not sharp anymore. My sharpness has been dulled with the advent of MS. But it's hard to. I wouldn't easy myself being stupid. And I'd just say stupid, they'd be fine. But I think if it sounds so arrogant, I wasn't like super clever, but I was clever enough, and now I'm not, and that's hard to bear a lot. Almost.
You're not stupid, darling.
Jesus, it's good. I married well here. I married very well. Thank you, darling.
Because, and I think. Since we've been living here, it's been easier to forget about the IT stuff. There's so much to do outside.
I know, I can run
right, so we haven't been able to do that until now.
Yes, true.
Right, so that's why we're happier here.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay, so when we were at the house before this and the one before that, it was concrete jungle.
Yes. Not fun.
And if the IT things didn't work, what's there to do the rest of the day?
Yeah, it was so
now it's like, it doesn't matter.
Go outside and
feed the chickens and just do other things.
Go for a walk around the property.
Yeah,
nice.
Because make yourself feel better about yourself, because all that stuff has made you feel terrible about yourself.
It did, yeah.
And that's when you get a little bit depressed and then,
Depressions are not good.
Well, then we'd sit in the house and have a few more glasses of wine than necessary.
It's very true.
Yeah. And we don't want that. I want us to have a little bit of a chat about... it's not this is, you can call it in 1,000 little things, but it's one of the big things.
A big thing,
I think is when we spoke a little bit about last week about balance.
Oh, yeah.
And tripping.
Oh. As in tripping over. Tripping over.
Well, yes. Tripping over. Yes.
Some young people think tripping is a whole new thing.
That's a very literal Claire that you'll get to know.
No, because some people think tripping is a whole new thing. So it's tripping over.
Oh, I guess, and then there's tripping in AFL when you knock someone over. I can talk about that.
Okay, anyway, I move on. Yes, okay, I get it. Yeah. Okay.
The reason that is because one of your right leg drags sometimes.
I have foot chop on his right leg.
Do you want to explain that?
Well, it's just when your foot has lost the ability to raise it up, so it's always a bit draggy, and that's the word draggy. And it sort of catches on you. When you walk along the street, you catch your toes catch on the thing. So you find a particular pair of shoes, my right foot, right shoe will always have the scuff marks on the right side of my toes because I scuff that foot all the time. Left foot's all good. The right foot's a bit sort of, when I say boobied, it's a bit slow. Bit sort of, it just falls out of my. So when I have any bad falls, typically my right foot is just not put its foot forward, put it to the side, or it's caught or something. I'm just going head over ass. But
the reason that is, it's a neuro pathway to your leg. It's not the problem with your leg, is it?
No, leg's perfectly fine.
There you go. That's just
explain. Sorry, to make clear.
It's a neuro pathway.
The neuro pathway, my right side. For my MS, it's all been done on my right side. My right side's got damage to it. The left side's all good. The right side's got, so my right eye is much worse. My eye vision, my prescription for my eyes, my glasses. This one's especially nothing. This one's pretty good. This one is bordering on blind. It's so bad. So there's a big bowl top here. But it's so bad. This is bad. And then my right leg, you can't show right now, but my leg, they should be even. My right leg is about half the size of my left foot. My left leg is twice, hang on, my right leg is half the size of my right leg. No, my left foot. I'm not speaking very clearly. Sorry. My right leg is thinner than my left leg. That's more clear.
That's the one.
So my right leg has got no muscle. It's all this. In the old days, back in the day of being a child or a teenager, I had big calves.
I remember.
Do you remember my calves? So big, like big wall.
I remember more than that, but yes.
Yeah, thank you. Bulbous calves bouncing around, and I'm strong. My calves are strong. Now they're like little toes down. So my calves have no strength at all now. So my right quad is also very weak.
So when we got together at the start of 16, you hadn't had any falls. We came to Byron. When we came to Byron in end of 18, I hadn't seen you really fall over.
Okay.
And then you went, in the start of 19, you went out to get the mail, remember, on a Sunday? Or on a Saturday, or on the week, or you went out letterbox, and you came back and you said, I fell over, Mum. I fell over. I took a big fall. Are you okay? Yeah. Okay. And then an hour later, my toes hurt. They really hurt. I said, what have you done? Well, we should go and get it checked out. And you've broken 3 toes. And they were 3 clean breaks.
My 3 toes were chopped in half, broken in half.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
And you went, I think I've broken my toes. I'd be screaming.
It should have hurt more. It didn't hurt.
And that was the first time you
my sensations are really dulled. So my feet.
And they went, you're going to be in a moon boot for 2 months. I went, oh, God.
Oh, no, it was.
Could have been worse. And then I remember that one at Lennox when we were just walking down the street with the boys and your leg caught.
My right leg caught and I went,
you fell forwards and you tumbled and I didn't do anything.
You laughed.
No, I didn't laugh. I was just like,
you just standing.
I was gobsmacked.
you just freeze. So I fall down and
I freeze because it's stressful, right?
It must be, yes.
And you just 1, 2, 3, instead of I should just grab you.
But you just go, you do nothing. It's bizarre.
I'm getting better. When you tripped in the kitchen in LA, that big trip.
You were there.
Yeah. Well, I was in the next room.
You can hear me, yeah.
All I heard was, John.
And I fell down so bad, I had to go to hospital then.
Because you fell down because you were holding a plate and your hand couldn't work out whether to stop yourself on the bench. Or remember?
I don't know what happened there.
And you held onto the plate.
No, I threw it in the end.
You threw
the plate across the room, I hit the floor head first. Right here.
And you thought you opened up like a peach.
I thought it was like a peach. But it was like a peach.
But you thought your skull was showing or something.
I figured you could see.
It was blood everywhere. Blood everywhere.
Yeah. And that was.
You said, I want to go home.
It's like I cry. I would cry. I feel like I cry. That's what you do. And then you just.
And then we came back to Australia.
And you took me to hospital then and got stitches.
Yeah, you got stitches, but no. He said, come back tomorrow and we'll do plastic surgery.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, that was plastic surgery. That's here.
Yeah, that was here.
That's why it looks so good now. You did such a great job.
LA surgery is a sensational surgery.
And that one was from...
This one's for skin cancer. There's like a giant... That's a different scar, but it's actually... You now see this one perfectly clear. This one was worse, but actually the surgeon was so good. And he was like he's a genius. And I have no scar at all from like a little tiny peach happened.
The skin cancer there... Cancer there. Cut out there. And your arm.
Cut out there. And tick here.
That was me. I was just pulling it out with my claws.
Yeah. It still hurts now. A tick on my head. My nail still hurts. It's just so bizarre. It's not there now. I mean, doctor, it's not there.
It hurt as much as last week?
No. Don't worry about it. It still hurts. It's just a tick.
Constantly worrying.
The scheme of things is not a big deal. But
and then when we came back from that American trip to Australia and we moved into a new place and we were at Pacific Vista, remember?
Yes.
And then I heard clunk again and I went,
again.
I think I went, fucking hell, what is it this time? And I came running in and you, again, blood everywhere. You'd split your ear.
How did that?
Because you fell back.
And
there was blood everywhere. And you put your shoulder out. But you didn't know you'd put your shoulder out.
Yeah.
And for weeks you were going, my shoulder's not right.
And it was actually damaged. That was hospital, wasn't it then? Did it then?
No, you went to the physio about it. It took months.
Yeah, to fix it. No, it's pretty good.
And you're lying in bed for like 6 months in pain.
Yeah. So this is the ear thing. The ear.
So
lots of faults.
My point in all this, and I've used this analogy a few times with people, is you're like a China doll.
It's a bit, yes.
Well, that's how it feels.
You almost been in a shelf.
Well, if I just put you on the shelf and put you up,
I can't fall over all the time, and I just keep having falls.
Because it's just a constant worry, and then we start to think, well, maybe we should start to pad places of the house up.
Not house.
No, because it's just a worry. It's just something that we have to deal with, live with.
I was telling John the other day that people I've heard of and read about that they end up in a wheelchair, not because they can't walk, because they have too many falls.
It's safer.
And it's not even now, of course, but I just think that get to a stage where I've broken too many things and hurt too many things. Maybe that'll precede the whole.
Well,
the wheelchair part.
If that happens, we'll deal with it when it comes. But even yesterday, you're out there and you were doing something with a chicken or a cat or a dog or something, and then you're on one step, and then
that's right, yes.
You jump back.
And
you didn't know the step was there.
I didn't fall though.
And luckily you didn't fall. I remember.
It was so close, that one.
And that was all concrete. So if you'd missed it.
That'd have been a bad one. That'd have been a hospital one, I'm sure. So I think the thing is just to be very careful. Don't take big giant steps all the time. Just be very sedate.
Well, we're trying to live in a house that hasn't got steps. So
this house has it's like a flat house.
Well, it's still got a couple there.
Little
but
steps.
only one here.
Like giant concrete stairs.
I think it's just probably people with walking disabilities with MS would understand everything what we're talking about is the risk is you live with that risk.
It's a risk that will always be there. I even don't understand that most people with MS and people with no MS in life don't understand that walking and falling is like a real issue. But falling,
it's always there.
Always there. Falls are real things. They happen all the time. But you get used to them.
And I sort of feel like if you fall and hurt yourself and someone in the family hears or friends, I haven't done a good job.
Well, that's not true.
Yeah, I know, but I just feel that, it's just a little bit of...
But yeah.
Well, where was John,
Oh,
I can't be with you every second of the day, but
it's very...
precarious.
Yes, it is kind of very... It's a matter of time.
So we're lucky we've got Lisa that are here to help you with the horses and get on and off, and we don't have to worry too much because she's...
But the horse stuff isn't the fall part though. It's just so bizarre because the horses don't hurt me at all.
You sure about that?
Oh, they have, but they're good. On the whole, that's great.
You fell off the horse 3 years ago and broke 3 vertebrae.
Yeah, true. That was a bad fall though.
Well, that's when you didn't have
my jacket, my little
special jacket,
a special seatbelt jacket.
It has a jacket that when it's attached to the
saddle, yes,
and if Claire's going to.
If we were to fall
or just go blow up like a balloon.
Like a balloon.
But anyway, that sort of stuff is just what
we deal with.
People with the disease have to deal with, and
falls are a big part of MS life.
It's a huge part, and it's just a huge worry, and we just
it's a worry. Yeah, it's a worry.
Being safe and at home at the moment is
I stay at home a lot. I'm safer at home. Well, some of the areas have happened at home though, so the falls have happened at home. So it's just sitting all day long. Like a pumpkin.
Well, that sort of leads into. I don't want to talk about today. Don't know if we've got time, but the toilets.
Oh,
toilets, and once we leave the house.
Oh, the toilets are a big deal.
What a thing it becomes, because. You can talk about this, don't you?
Well, the thing about most people with MS know about toilets. Most people with MS, not all, most, know where local toilets are. They know, and going to a building, you know where toilets are. You know, in a restaurant where toilets are, you know which service stations have toilets you can use, which restaurants have toilets that don't allow you to go in or hard to get into, whatever it is. But toilets are a big issue for MS. People with MS, it's a big issue. Can I explain why? Because over time you're going to get graphic. So parts of you go for it. So the parts of you going to the toilet. I don't know. People don't have MS don't know this. When you go to the toilet, there's a lot of muscles involved in going to the toilet. When you're going to wee, your muscles have to allow them to open your urethra, and out comes the wee. But if you don't know about that, you wouldn't know. And so when you want to do poopies, it's different again, other muscles then, but it's all very muscle based. So if your muscles are being damaged by your MS, which they have in their, that's why the toilet things, it's almost 100% MS problems. Initially, no. Remember when I was first diagnosed, I was 28. Remember the very first nurse in the very first hospital said to me, she English, she goes, how's the waterworks? I said, what? I had no idea what you're talking about. I said, what do you mean, waterworks? I said, what do you mean? She goes, going to the bathroom. I said, I'm fine, how are you? I had no idea what she meant. I had no clue. And then,
how long had she had it for?
She was a nurse.
The
nurse
sorry.
in a hospital said, how's the waterworks? And I was like, I had no idea what she meant. So I thought, I don't know what you're talking about, this crazy lady. But actually, in the end, I thought, like a month later, I thought, I get it now. Okay, that's what it was. I get it now. Because you wee all the time. So you have all sorts of, I'll get graphic, you have all sorts of UTIs. I've had 1,000 UTIs over the years. And I've done all sorts of medications and various things to help out. And I've wear pants 1,000,000 times probably, and I've been humiliated 1,000 times again, and I've. Oh,
you might as well tell everyone about your first the first airplane.
The first airplane trip. This was the most mortifying day of my life. I reckon it really was. Really, I was on a flight by myself from England to Australia.
Just after diagnosis.
Just diagnosed. I'd been diagnosed about 2 months. Was it maybe 4 months? I think. No, it was in the Australian Olympics. So it was probably
2000.
2000. So it was actually 2 years. No, a year. I've been diagnosed a year. And I hadn't done any international flights then. I remember that. I got on an aeroplane by myself to fly to Australia. Traveling like we normally travel, you travel by yourself with a bag and no clothes, just your suitcase stuff underneath and in the hold. But I had my little handbag and I was all good to go. And I sat down. Can I get graphic? Can I get graphic? Might take long. Was you fast or not?
I just said your own pace.
My pace. Okay, do that. So I sat in my chair. I'm not aware about anything about MS really at this stage. Even though it'd been a year. But I put my seatbelt on and it was all fine. I look at the movies and I was all happy and I was all looking to go to America, go to Australia, see my family and go to the Olympics and do fun things. And I thought this was all good. And this is going to get embarrassing, but I'll just tell you. And I seen that, remember this very clearly because it was so gigantic, this stuff. I remember sitting in the chair, watching some silly movie where it was, and I had the food arrived and playing when your meals arrived, and I had my dinner, and I'm just watching the movie. Yeah, well, I should probably go to the toilet now. Yeah, I'm watching the movie, I'm enjoying the movie. I know, okay. I should go to the toilet now. No idea what's going on. So I tell me everyone's off and I go up to get to the bath down the economy class, of course. So I'm going down the corridor to go into the toilet. And on the way down to the toilet, I thought, oh dear, oh my God. I'm not going to make it. Oh my God. And I got close to the toilet and it's like this, I'll remember this clearly. Going close to the toilet, the end of the line, and I saw someone had got up in front of me and was walking in front of me and going to the toilet. And I used the toilet. And I thought, so it was full. I had nowhere to go.
It's over. You've lost.
And just it wasn't going to be fast. He just shut the door. So I thought, oh my God. It's going to happen. And I was just overwhelmed with just humiliated. And then it gets worse. Then I go into go into the stall and I messed myself everywhere, all over me. In my one British houses, I had nothing but me. I thought, oh my God.
I'm screwed.
I never happened in my whole life. I thought, what do you do? The tiny little toilet, the toilets on the airplane, the little tiny sinks. I thought, oh my God. I was crying. And I remember this also. I shut the door, of course, and I had people get knocking. It's like I didn't swear. I was like, oh God, what do I do? And then the first time ever, I pressed that cork button inside in the bathroom, the little thing, the emergency pull cork. I pressed it. The hostess came and I said, I was bawling and started crying. I said, I don't know what to say. This is what's happened. I've been beside me at the door. I think I've been disaster. And I was sobbing. It was so awful. She goes, I'm going to go to the first class. I'll get you a pair of pajamas. She's so nice.
So nice.
Oh, she's so kind. So meanwhile, she's off doing that, and I thought, I better start cleaning up in this tiny little. There was like having like a little tiny bowl, and I've got my dirty checkered pants, my dirty knickers, and I'm saying, I'm going to die. I want to die. It's just so horrible. So like, come Claire, get together, Claire. Come on, you can do this. So I start I was in a work process. I was like, okay, we're going to wash things like one by one, like little bits here, washing with soap and water.
They're sending in this time. They're sending everyone else to the other toilets, hopefully.
It's not the toilet, one across the way with the other one.
Okay, so you're in first class.
People knocking. No, economy. Economy. And I'm just, stop knocking now because the girl said that there's something wrong there. No one's knocking anymore. But meanwhile, chaos. So I'm washing everything in a little tiny sink. I'm washing things with soap and the water, and it's just And the trousers I didn't bother washing. They're just forget it. They're just trash. But knickers I washed, and I said, okay, washing me a little bit, and it's bad. And then the girl knocks on the door. She put the little the first class little jumpers come in a little bag, nice and clean there. So I'm washing everything, it's all clean. I thought, okay, put the wet underpants back on. They're clean now, cleanish, my clean. And the dirty things I put into the little plastic bag she gave these went into. So the fresh trousers are here. They stay dry. The dirty trousers are here, put that in the bag she gave me. So I'm like, okay, and I put the new trousers on, and I put the other thing in the bag, and I tied it up. The poo bag's here, the poo pants are here, poo dirty ones are here. And it's been like probably an hour, I reckon. I'm in the bathroom. It was so bad. It was so bad. I thought, okay, I've stopped crying stage. I'm all clean. And I put glasses are on me, and I'm like, okay, I can get out now. I'm clean enough to get out. So I open the door, and I kind of look around a bit sheepishly, thinking, oh God. And I thought, I was like, bloody girls, the toilet for about an hour. Whatever. I go and sit down in my seat. I put my little things in my bag, and it's going,
I hope no one looks at me.
Mortified. The shame I felt was just so intense. I could hardly breathe. It was so awful. And then eventually, and this is what's so nice. The girl who bought the pajamas, later on, she walked past me. She goes, "You're smiling now. You're happy now."
Oh,
I
that's
said,
nice.
Nice girl. But I should have made an effort saying so
That's
nice.
nice.
I thought she made me feel much more human-like again.
And we haven't got time to talk about it now, but there's been a lot of
there's been so many times like that too.
There's been a lot of times like that, which are big.
That was the worst one.
Big bad days.
That was the worst
but
one.
a lot of it has a bit to do with what you eat.
Oh, totally. All of it is.
And we now know, acids and.
No, I'm very careful to eat.
Well, and in that first 2 or 3 years, we're experiencing, and we go, because you ate that.
Yeah.
Because you ate that.
We know now
because you ate a mango. Because
mangoes. If I'm all these certain things I can't do.
But what we do live with now, and we've probably lived with the last 5 or 6 years, is right when we go to leave the house.
Oh yeah.
What happens?
Takes a long time to leave the house.
Because
I have lots of things to remember.
It's not only that, but it's you have to go before you leave.
I have to pee before I go.
Because you think in your brain that once we get in the car, I'm going to go. That's the worry.
Yeah,
the worry is every day. Before we get in the car, something's going to happen in the car.
MS, a lot of people, MS.
Yeah.
Toilets are probably the most trigger points you get.
So in 8 years, how many times have we had a problem in the car?
None.
Yeah.
I know.
So it's
a very mental thing now. I know it's true. And now
we go through the whole process every day of
being careful.
Righto, we're going to leave the house. So I know that's 20 minutes away, but that's a lot of women are like that.
Some people John says, let's go now. Let's go right now. I never go right now.
No, I shouldn't do that.
The toilet. You say, right, go. You say, let's go in the car, let's go right now. I said, I can't.
I shouldn't do that.
And I'm never able to do that. I say, and you just wait. You go, John goes in the car and sits in the car and waits like 10 minutes in the car.
Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. But anyway, it's around that fear.
Fear.
It's around that fear of this.
It dominates my
life. We're going to have a big disaster today. And I just say.
And then as John pointed out, it doesn't happen anymore. So I'm more careful now.
Not only that, but so what?
And I also figured out, every time I figure out, you don't die, Claire.
No one's going to die.
No one, you don't die. If you poop yourself, you don't die.
It's just a mess.
It's humiliating. It's a mess, but no one dies.
Well, now I've got Lucy. She makes more of a mess. So
dog now makes a big mess. She's pretty bad.
It's okay, but there's a lot of things involved with that part of our day.
Yes, that part of our day. What's it saying?
Which is every day.
It is every day. It is. That's true. Yes.
That are quite stressful at times.
It is very stressful. Yes. I'm trying to act all like it's no big deal. It's a giant issue, but it's. I try to. I don't let it define me. Toilets do not define me, see. So it works.
And we had a little bit of a go at it in the film with Rada.
Yeah, the film didn't really... It's hard to... We were told this by the film people, and I understand, that pooping is not a good sight for TV and for movies, so they won't allow it. They don't,
I had it in my head, or let's just let them see that graphic bit and see how bad it is, but then people don't want to probably see that. I get that.
The movie,
and then we made it quite PG.
The movie doesn't really talk about toilet problems really at all. Which is a shame.
Well, it just shows.
That's why the movie didn't show everything. We couldn't though.
Oh, we know that. But it's just in that instance about toilets, we had to put something in there that's part of it.
We put a little bit in, but much.
And that's what both of us have to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You do too. Yeah. So you understand that.
How that goes.
That's how it goes, yeah.
All right, darling. Well, thank you for today. It's been nice to see you and chat again.
I'm glad.
No, it's been good. This is just some of the things that, you know.
Well, that could be the difficult or the challenging episode.
Well, there's a lot worse. And there's a lot better instances in the week. But anyway, that was nice to have a chat about those things today.
I'm glad it was nice.
And thank you to those listening and those watching, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.